Uh, Hi guys, good morning everyone. Uh, you guys are able to see my screen, right? Okay, let's get started. So if we take our previous session, we are understanding that how exactly we can get work with the different kind of the stages, and at the same time we are understanding that how we can take with the automation for the basic scenario here, right? So according to our understanding, whenever we are working with the blue prism, okay, so while working with the blue prism, the very first activity is we need to be get understand the different kind of the documents, right? Nothing but we need to be refer with the different kind of the documents here. In that, one will be taking with the IPA document mentioning that initial process analysis. From this, it will be taking with the PDD mentioning that process definition document, and from there, which will be taking with the FRQ mentioning that functional requirement questionnaire, and from the FRQ, which will be taking with the SDD, mentioning that solution design document, and from the SDD, which will be taking with the TDD, mentioning the technical design document here, right? Now, from the TDD, okay, so from the TDD, which will be taking with the document of ODI, and then which it will be taking one more document that it will be taking PDI, right? Now, if I'm taking with the ODI mentioning the object design instructions, and PDI mentioning that process design instructions, okay. If we take with the ODI mentioning that it has been used to develop an objects here, okay, which it has been used to develop an objects. If I'm taking with the PDI, which it has been used to develop a process, okay. First we will be taking with the TDD document. Based on that, it will be getting with the ODA document, and which it will be getting with the PDA document. ODA document, which it will be developing with the objects, and PDA document, which it will be developing with the process here. So as RPA developer, first we will be referring with the ODA document. Based on that particular ODA document, which we need to be get develop different kind of the objects here. But whenever we want to be develop any object in Blue Prism, it will be taking with the help of built-in stages. So if I'm taking with the stages, we are not performing anything from our side. Okay, we are not creating any new stages here. Already we are having with the built-in stages. According to the requirement, we need to be get understand that what are the built-in stages need to be used, right? So if I'm taking with the stages, we need to be get understand that what are all the built-in stages need to be used here. Okay, so in that, if I'm taking this particular stages, okay, so if I'm taking with the particular stages which we have been discussed about, I will be taking with the navigate stage, and then we have been discussed about with the write stage, and which we have been discussed about with the link stage, and which we discussed about with the data item, right? So if I'm taking with the stages, one will be taking with the navigate stage, and one will be taking with the write stage, and one will be taking with the link stage, and one will be taking with the data item here, right? Now here If we take with the navigate stage, which it has been used to get open application, and it has been used to close application and to perform click activity. Okay, to get open application, to close application, and to perform click activity, which you will be taking with the help of the navigate stage here. And at the same time, it will be taking with the help of the write stage. If I'm taking with the write stage, which it has been used to enter data in text box. To get enter data in text box. To enter data in text box, it will be taking with the help of the write stage here. Okay, so if I'm taking with the write stage, which it has been used to enter data in text box here. Next, it will be taking with the link stage here. So if I'm taking with the link stage, okay. So if we take with the link stage, which it has been used, okay. So it has been used to provide connectivity, okay, to provide connectivity of stage to stage, okay, to provide with the connectivity of stage to stage, it will be taking with the link here. Next, we will be taking with the data item. Okay. Next, we will be taking with the data item. So if I'm taking with the data item, okay. If we take with the data item, which it has been used to store any data. Okay. If you want to be store any data, then it will be taking with the help of the data item. Right? And similar to that, okay, similar to this, we need to get understand about with the some more stages that we will be taking with the calculation. Okay, so we'll be taking with the one more stage that we will be taking with the calculation, and which we will be taking with the one more stage that we will be taking with the decision. So while working with this blue prism, it will be getting with the two more stages. One it will be taking with the calculation, and one it will be taking with the decision here. Okay. So if I'm taking with the calculation stage, right? So if I'm taking with the calculation stage, which it has been used to perform any calculations. Okay. To perform any calculations, it will be taking with the help of the calculation stage here. Okay, so to perform any calculation, it will be taking with the help of the calculation stage here. And if I'm taking with the decision, okay, so if I'm taking with the decision, which it has been used, okay, it has been used to write any conditions or to work with any condition with S, okay, which it will be mentioning it with S or no output. Okay, so we'll be taking with the decision stage, which it has been used to work with any condition with S or no output here. Okay, right. Now let's understand in a very detail here. One, it will be taking with the calculation stage. So if I'm taking with the calculation stage, which it has been used to perform any calculations here. Now let's look into that, how exactly we can get work with the calculation stage here. Okay, so for that, I will be taking with the studio tab. Okay, I will be taking with the studio tab. So first I will be getting creating with the one object. I will be taking with the studio tab. Under that I will be taking with the process, which it will be taking with the process studio, and which it will be taking with the objects. It will be taking with the object studio. So if I'm taking with the object studio, okay, if I'm taking with the object studio, under object studio we got created with the one particular folder, and under that we will be getting creating with the object, which it will be mentioning the create object. Okay, So if I'm taking with the create object, which it will be asking for the name, you can provide any name here. For example, which it will be taking with the calculation here. Okay, which it will be taking with the calculation stage. You can provide any name, it doesn't make any problem. We are providing with the calculation stage. Click on the next button and then it will be taking with the description, and which it will be clicking on the finish. Okay, and let's take with the double click on it. So if I'm taking with the double click on it, okay, so if we take with the double click on it, it will get open. Now we can see here Blue Prism main window is totally different. Okay, so Blue Prism main window is totally different, and the Object Studio window is totally different. And by default, I will be getting with the three tabs here. One is Initialize tab, which it will be taking with the cleanup, and it will be taking with the action. So if I'm taking with the Initialize and if I'm taking with the cleanup, okay. So if we take with the initialize and if we take with the cleanup, you will not be performing anything, which it will be taking with the action one here, right? So if I'm taking with the initialize and if I'm taking with the cleanup, which will not be performing anything, which it will be taking with the activities with action one here. Okay, so here it will be taking all the respective activities, right? Now we are taking with the calculation stage, right? Let's take with the calculation stage. Now we can see here it will be taking with the drag and drop of calculation stage. Okay, by default it will be having the stage which it will be taken with the calculation. Now we can perform double click on it. Once you perform the double click activity, it will be getting with the window one, it will be taking with the expression. Okay, so which you will be getting with the window, that you will be taking with the expression here. So if I'm taking this particular expression, so here which it will be writing any code related to the calculation here. So while working with the normal programming languages, for example, C or C++, Java, .NET, how we used to be work with the normal programming languages and performing with the different activities in a similar thing. Okay, in a similar manner, we can take with the help of the expression stage, and here we can perform the same activity. For example, assume that if I'm taking with the Java, the people will be mentioning that write in a program to perform addition of two numbers, right? So generally people will be mentioning that write in a program to perform addition of the two numbers. In a similar manner, if I'm taking with the calculation stage, okay, so if we take this calculation stage, which we can perform those kind of activities. For example, now we can see here we need to be perform addition of the two numbers, which I will be taking with the 10, and then I will be taking with the plus, and I will be taking with the 20. We are taking with the addition of the two numbers. Now once we have been written with the expression, you can take this name for easy understanding. They will be taking with the name is addition. Now you will be clicking on validate. Once you click on validate, it will cross check that whether this expression is correct or not. Okay, so if I'm taking with this expression, once if I'm taking with the validate, it will be validating it. Now we can see here it is giving an error. It is mentioning that the following error exists. The reason why it is getting an error is it is clearly mentioning that store result does not exist. That means you are performing addition. Once addition has been performed, okay, once addition has been performed, wait, the results need to be get stored. Okay, so it is taking with the addition, and wait, the results need to be get stored, which we need to be take that respective details here. Okay, now we can see here clicking on the validate, it is giving an error. Let me provide that store result also. Okay, so we'll be taking with the store result, that is I will be mentioning the result underscore, it will be taking with the add here. Okay, which you will be taking with the result underscore add. Now we need to be create this data item, right? We can create with the data item from the stages, or here also directly we can create it. Now you are able to see this icon, right? Click on it. Once you click on it, it will be creating that respective data item. Okay, so once you perform the click activity, it will be taking that respective data item here. Now we can see here. Once I click on validate, it will be giving expression is valid. Now I'll be taking expression is valid. Okay, and then you are having one more button, evaluate expression. Okay, so one you will be taking with the validate, giving with the cross-checking that whether expression is correct or not. Then you will be taking with the evaluate expression. This is it will be giving with the output for your expression. Now we can see here which it will be giving with the output for your expression here, which it will be taking with the okay. Right, now we can see here. Let me click on okay. The able to get with the data item here. Right, now you will be taking with the link activity addition and then take end activity. Let me take with the reset and they will be taken with the slow mode. Initially we can run with the slow mode only. Once we are comfortable, then we will be taking with the fast mode here. Okay, right, now we can see here. Let's take with the run activity. Okay, and then I will be taking run. Now it is taken with the addition, providing with the output. Now we can see here which it is taken with the addition is 30 here. In case if you want to be changed with the numbers, you can take with this, providing with the numbers. I'll be taking with the 30 plus 60. Click on validate, expression is valid. Then you can click on OK. Then you can take with the reset run activity, which you will be taking with the addition, and then it will be taken with the end activity. Okay, so this is what which it will be taking performing with the addition. Okay, so which it will be mentioning that performing with the addition in a similar manner. Okay, so in a similar manner we need to be take with the subtraction. In case if you want to be perform the subtraction, then you can take with the one more calculation stage. Okay, so which you will be taking with the one more calculation stage. So perform the double click on it. It will be mentioning with the subtraction. Okay, then you will be writing with the expression 50 minus 10. Again click on validate, getting same error. Required store in result, taking with the store in result. Result underscore, you will be taking subtraction, taking with the data item. Okay, now click on validate, expression is valid. Mentioning that expression is valid, taking with the okay. Now you will be clicking on the reset. Okay, now it's required with the connectivity, right? Now we can see here, once I click on the reset, it is giving an error, mentioning that two error. You can click on it, it is mentioning that missing link here. So in case of any errors out there, it will be mentioning that where you are getting error, what kind of error you are getting. For example, you can click on go to stage. That particular stage will be getting highlighted. Okay, so once you click on this go to stage, whatever that particular stage is there, it will be getting highlighting it here. Now you can click on close and it will be taking with the connectivity. Now we can take a reset, giving in a 0. So errors it is giving in a 0 here, right? Now take with the run activity. Once we take with the run activity, taking with the addition, subtraction, and then end activity, right? So this is how which it will be taken with the help of the calculation stage. So going forward, okay, so going forward to perform any kind of calculation. Okay, so going forward to perform any kind of calculation stages, it will be, calculation activities, it will be taking with the, So it will be taken with the help of the calculation stage here. Okay. So clear about with the calculation stage. Any clarifications from here?
So once in the when we add the data item in the calculation properties window, the data item stage will automatically be added in the Object Studio.
Yes. We are having both the option. One option is before working with the calculation stage, if you're aware of that what are the data items we have been required, then it will be taken with the drag and drop of that respective data item. This is one option. Assume that you are not aware of what are the different kind of the data item need to be used. Then you will not be mentioning anything. Whenever you are taking with the calculation stage, okay, whenever you are taking with the calculation stage, so here you will be mentioning with the data item. Once you perform the click activity, then it will be getting created that respective data item here. We are having both options out there.
So if we drag and drop the data item stage before we go into the calculation properties or something, how will the Object Studio know which data item is related to which
We
calculation?
need to be provided. I'll be coming on that point. We'll be discussing on that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other clarifications, guys? One second. Okay. So any other clarifications, guys? Right. So now we are understanding that how exactly we can work with the calculation stages. Oh, now if I'm taking with the calculation stage, we are providing with the numbers, right? So if I'm taking with the calculation stage, we are providing with the values directly. Now we can understand that these are hard coded. Okay, so nothing but directly we are providing within the values which we can say that hard coded here. Going forward, if you want to make any changes, every time I need to be perform double click on it, and we need to be get change with the values. For now, we are having only two calculation stages. So I can take with the double click on two calculation stages, and which it will be making with the changes here. But going forward, if you're having some 10 calculation stages or 20 calculation stages, it's not like in a very easy to get open each and every calculation stage and then to get update with the details here. For that particular purpose, you will be taking with the help of the data items. Whatever these values are there, whatever the values we have been provided, these values you will be passing from the data item here. Okay, so whatever these values are there, these values which we need to be passed from the data item here. Now we can see how we can do it. I will be creating one more action. I'm not creating with the new object. Okay, already we created one object calculation stage. Under this object, I'm getting creating with the one more action, which I will be taking with the new. I will be mentioning the calculation hyphen data item. Okay, right. Now it got created one more. Now we can see this is action one, which we already worked it. This I will be taking with the one more action, which it will be getting working with the data item. It can get created how many actions you want to be get created. It can get created with any of the actions here. We will be getting with the option of the new and they will be getting with the duplicate and which it will be taken with the rename, and you can take with the delete also here. Okay, right. Now let's take with the data item here. So data item we already discussed on it, right? Which it has been used to get stored with the data. Okay. Now I'm taking with the data items. One is you can take with the drag and drop. Another one is just you can click on it, then it will be taken with that respect to data item. So according to your scenario, if you are aware of that, what are the data items need to be used, which you will be taking with the help of those data items. Okay, right. Now you can see here, perform double click on it. I will be taking with the X. You can provide any name, which I'm providing with the X, asking for the data type. You need to be mentioned what will be the data type. Then you will be taking number. Okay, so which it will be taking with the number. It will be providing with the value that it will be taking with the 20. Okay, so we'll be taking with the data type that it will be taking with the number. Okay, then it will be clicking on OK. After that, it will be taking with the one more value, which it will be taking with the Y. Okay, so we'll be taking with the Y that it will be taking with the number, and which it will be taking with the 10. Okay, then it will be taking OK. These are the two values. One it will be taking with the X and one it will be taking Y. Now, in case of result, we need to be get store it, right? That I'm taking with the data item, mentioning that result underscore it will be taking with the addition. Then it will be taking with the data type is number. I'm not providing any value here. Okay. So we are not providing any value here, which it will be clicking on OK. Then it will be taking with the result. Okay, result underscore it will be taking subtraction. Previously directly we created this data item. Now we are creating from the object studio. So taking with this number. Now I'm not providing any initial values here, because once that calculation has been performed, that output need to be get stored here. Okay, click on OK. Okay. Now it will be taken with the calculation stage, which it will be taking with the help of calculation stage. Perform double click on it, which it will be taking addition. Now we can see here, whatever the data items we have been created, all the data items are getting visibility here. First, what it will be doing, it will be taking with the X, and then it will be taking with the plus, and which it will be taking Y. You can take with the drag and drop, or you can type it. If you're comfortable, you can take with the drag and drop, or you will be taking with the, which you will be taking with typing it. Now, once we perform the addition, it's need to be get stored with the result, right? So to get stored with the result, which you will be taking this data item. So already we have been taken data item to store the result, right? So these things we will be taking drag and drop. Previously we got created. Now already we created an object studio. Just we are taking with the drag and drop of that. Now we can take validate. Once we click on validate, it is mentioning that expression is validate here. Okay. Now click on OK. Next, it will be taking one more calculation stage. It will be taking with the one more calculation stage, which it will be mentioning with the subtraction. Then it will be taking with the X, which it will be taking with the X. It will be taking with the Y, which it will be taking X plus Y, and then getting storing with the result here. Okay, now click on validate, which it is mentioning that expression is valid. Okay, and then you will be clicking on OK. Right. Now you will be taking with the link activity, taking with the addition, taking with the subtraction, and which it will be taking in the activity. Okay, so one will be taking with the addition, and one will be taking with the subtraction. and then one will be taking with the end activity here. Right, now we can see here which will be taking with the reset. Okay, it will be taking with the reset, and which it will be taking run activity. Now we can see here, if I'm taking with the run activity, taking with the addition, subtraction, and then end activity. So whatever the details are there, that is getting storing into the respective data item here. Okay, now assume that in case if you want to make any modifications, not required to make modification in any of these calculation stages, just it will be taken with the respective data item, it will be taken with the modifications here. It will be taken with the 40, assume that it will be taken with the sum 10 here. I will be clicking on OK. Now take with the reset and run it. Again, it will be taking that respective addition, and which it will be taking with the subtraction. So this is which it will be taking with the addition part, and which it will be taking with the subtraction, or nothing but working with the calculation stage with the help of the respective data item. So going forward, whenever we are designing any particular flows according to the requirement, we need to get understand that what are all the data items or what are all the stages need to be used here. Okay, so clear up to this? Any clarification from here? Working with the combination of calculation stages and the data items. Okay, so now the next part we need to get understand about with the decision here. Okay, let's understand in a very clear manner what exactly mean by this decision here. Okay, well, if I'm taking with the programming languages, okay, if we take with the programming languages, we need to get work with the different type of the conditions. So if we take with the programming languages, we need to get work with the different conditions that it will be taking with the if condition. Okay, we used to be work with the if condition, right? And one will be taking with the if else. Okay, one will be taking with the if else, and which it will be taking with the else if, and it will be taking with the nested if, which it will be taking nested if. Okay, and then so thus it will be taking with the different type of the conditions, right? One it will be taking with the if, and one it will be taking with the if else, and one it will be taking else if, and one it will be taking nested if. Okay, so whenever you are working with the programming languages, we used to get right with the different type of the conditions. Now here, let's take with the common example of if else statement here. Generally, if I'm taking with the if else statement, how we are writing the if else statement? First, we will be writing with the if, and then we will be writing with the condition, right? In case of this condition is true, okay, so in case of this condition is true, okay, if I'm taking with the condition is true, it will be printing that respective statement. Okay, so in case of the condition is true, it will be printing that respective statement. Assume that this condition is fail, then it will be printing that else statement. Okay, so one will be taking with the if statement. In case of condition is true, it will be printing that respective statement. In case of condition is fail, that it will be printing with the else statement here. Okay, so one will be taking with the if statement, and one will be taking with the else statement here. Right, so one will be taking with the if statement, and which it will be taking else. In case of condition is true, it will be printing that respective statement. In case of condition is fail, it will be printing another statement. To get implemented same activity in Blue Prism, it will be taking with the help of decision stage. Okay, so to get implemented with the same thing, so simply we can get understand that while working with the blue prism, if you want to be write any condition, then it will be taking with the help of decision stage. So here what we are doing, in case of condition is true, you are performing some activity. In case of condition is false, performing some activity. In a similar manner, here also you will be writing with the condition. In case of condition is true, it will be performing with the some activity. In case of condition is not true, then it will be taking with the another activity. Okay, now we can see that how we can get work with the decision stage here. Okay, now further let me get create an object here. I'm closing it. So whenever you are taking with the closing it, it is mandatory that we need to be provide with the save here. The reason we need to be provide with the comments is, now we can see here. I'm clicking on save changes. Okay. Now, if I'm going to the object studio, in case if I'm taking these things, now we can see here, it is mentioning that when you have been taken with the modifications. Whenever you're taking with the save, whatever the comments you have been provided, it will be providing these details. How many times you have been done it, all those details you will be getting with the list here. Okay, so for this particular purpose, which it will be taking with the help of the calculation stage here. Okay, now let's take with the decision stage. It will be creating with the one more object. Okay, which it will be mentioning with the decision stage. Okay, click on the next button and then click on finish. Okay, now let's take with the double click. And then it will be taking action 1 here. If required, it can take with the rename, doesn't make any problem. It will be taking with the rename, which it will be taking with the rename, that it will be taking with the decision, right? It will be taking with the decision. Okay. Now we can see how we can work on it. So to get work on it, first, let me take with the data items here. I'll be taking with the data items. Okay. Now, what exactly the scenario? What exactly the scenarios? First, you will be taking with the decision stage and you are writing with the condition. The condition you are writing is you are looking into the x is greater than y. Okay. In case of x is greater than y, then it has to be perform addition. Okay. In case of x is greater than y, in case of this condition is true, it's need to be perform addition. Otherwise, it's need to be get perform the subtraction. Okay. In case of condition is true, it's need to be take with the addition. Otherwise, it's need to be take with the subtraction. Okay. Now we can see how we can get implemented. So we are taking addition subtraction. Nothing but we require calculation stages to get stored with the result. We require with the data items. And after that, which it will be taking x is greater than y, that is required with the condition. So to write with the condition, it will be taking with the help of decision stage. Okay. Now we can see how we can get implemented. So these are all the data items we are getting using it. Okay. Now let's take with the double click on it. I will be taking with the A number, which I will be writing with the number. Okay. Then you will be taking with the B. Then you will be taking with the number. Okay. And then you will be taking with the result. You will be taking result underscore addition. You will be taking number. Then you will be taking with the result underscore. Okay. You will be taking subtraction, which you will be taking data type is number. Okay. Now let me write with the decision here. So to take with the decision, you will be taking with the decision stage. Just take with the drag and drop. Once you have been taken with the decision stage, here you need to be take with the condition. Okay, so decision is nothing but first we will be writing with the condition and we are taking our decision. That is, in case of condition is true, perform this activity. In case of condition is false, perform this activity. Okay, now we can see taking with the decision. So now here you will be writing with the condition. What is the condition you will be writing? Which is mentioning it x is greater than y. Sorry. A is greater than B, or let me take small letters only. A is greater than B. In case of A is greater than B, then it has to be perform addition. So to write that expression, first you will be taking with the A, and then you will be taking with the greater than, which you will be taking B. Now we can see here, this window is taken with the decision properties. Let's click on OK. And let me take with the calculation stage, which I will be taking calculation stage. I will be taking two calculation stages. In case of condition is true, what it has to be performed? It has to be performed in a addition. So to perform the addition, you will be taking with the A and you will be taking with the plus, which you will be taking with the B and getting storing it. Now let's click on validate. It is valid. Now if you see here, to get perform this addition, okay, so to get perform this activity, we are taking with the calculation stage. Here we are using data item, nothing but store in result. Most of the time in interviews you will be getting the question difference between calculation window, calculation stage, and which it will be taking decision stage. Now we can see there is no store in data item. Whenever you are working with the calculation, sorry, whenever you are taking with the decision stage, we don't have the store in data item here. Just it is taking with the decision, nothing but it is looking into the condition, whether condition is true or false. Okay, now click on OK. Next, take with the subtraction, which it will be taking with the subtraction. It will be taking with the A, and then it will be taking minus, which you will be taking with the B here. Okay, then you will be taking with the store in data item, that you will be taking with the subtraction. Okay, now we can click on validate, which it will be mentioning that expression is valid. Okay, now we can see how the connectivity will be done. I'm taking with the link decision. Now, in case of decision is true, then perform addition. Now we can see it is clearly mentioning that as decision is true, then perform addition. Otherwise, it will be taking subtraction, taking with the now here. In case of the decision is true, it will be performing addition. Otherwise, it is performing subtraction. Then it will be taking with the end activity. Okay, now we can take reset. If I'm taking reset, still you are getting one error. Okay, once I done with the reset, still we are having one error. Let's click on it, mentioning that missing link. Where the link is missing, you can see here. Click on go to stage. Now it is mentioning that where the link is missing here. The reason it is mentioning missing link, we are already provided the link, right? But why still it is providing the missing link is, now we can see. In case of condition is not true, okay, in case of condition is not true, you are performing subtraction. Once subtraction has been completed, next you are mentioning with the end activity. Similar to that, once this addition has been performed, you need to be mentioned that what it has to be told. For that, you need to be take with the end activity. So to perform the end activity, directly can take with the connectivity for this. Okay, directly can take with the connectivity for this, or you can take with the one more end stage also. Remember that whenever we are working with the blue prism, okay, while working with the blue prism, it is mandatory that always we need to be work with the only one start stage here. need to be take with the start stage. Whenever we are working with the blue prism, always we need to be take with the only one start stage. But if I'm taking with the end stage, we can get work with the only one end stage, or which it will be taking multiple end stages. Okay, we can take with the only one end stage, or we can get work with the multiple end stages here. Now let me take with the connectivity for this. Okay, which I will be taking connectivity for end stage. Okay, now I will be taking the reset, giving with the zero errors. Let me take with the slow mode, and then I will be taking with the run activity. Okay, let's get run it. Now if I'm taking with the A value is greater than B, A value is greater than B, right? Now the condition is true. In case of condition is true, what it has to be performed? It's need to be perform addition. So your execution need to become to the addition, and then it will be taking end activity. Okay, now we can see here. Reset, run it. Condition is true, taking addition, and then taking end activity. Right. Now assume that condition is false. I'm taking reset, which I will be taking with the B value. I will be taking with the 80. Now I will be taking reset, run it. Now condition is false, right? Condition is fail. Then you will be taking with the no, perform subtraction, and then taking with the end activity. Condition taking with the subtraction, and then it will be taking end activity. Okay, so this is what, okay, this is what which it will be working with the calculation stages, and which it will be working decision stages. Okay, so according to the scenario, according to the requirement, we need to be get understand that what are all the stages we need to be use it here. Okay, it's not like mandatory that you need to be get work with the all the stages. Okay, so it's not like mandatory need to be get utilized with the all the stages here. According to the requirement, we need to be get understand that what are all the stages we need to be get use it here. Okay, so clear about with the decision stage. Any clarification from here about decision stage? Okay. Right. So now, if I'm taking with the decision stage, we are taking with the decision. Here, we are able to write with the only one condition. Able to get right with the only one condition. Sometimes you will be having with the requirement to write with the more than one condition. Okay. So for now, we are writing with the only one condition. There may be a chances we will be having with the requirement to get right with the more than one condition. Now, in case if you want to be get work with the more than one condition, then you will be taking with the one more stage. Okay. So we'll be taking with the one more stage that you will be taking with the choice stage. Okay, you will be taking with the one more stage that you will be taking choice stage here. Okay, and before getting working with the choice stage, before getting working with the choice stage, we need to be get understand one more stage that you will be taking anchored stage. And at the same time, we are having with the one more activity that it will be taking with the circular path, which it will be taking with the circular path here. Okay, so now these are the next stages we need to be get understood, which we need to be understand about anchored stage, we need to be get understand about with the choice stage, and which we need to be take about with the circular path here. Okay, so first what we are doing is we are getting comfortable to get understand the functionality of the different kind of stages. Once we are clear about with the functionality of different kind of stages. Okay, so once we are clear about the functionality of a different kind of stages, then we will be getting comfortable to get to design our respective flows here. Okay, right. So tomorrow we'll be discussing about with the remaining stages, and after that we'll be taking with the some more stages here. Once we completed understanding about with the basic functionality of the stages, then we'll be getting started developing with the different flows here. Okay, so clear about all these stages. Any clarifications from here up to the decision stage? We need to be very clear about all the stages, then only it will become in a very comfortable to get design our respective flows here. Okay, clear up to this? Any clarifications from here? Okay, so if we don't have any clarifications, we can get exit from the meeting. Meet you tomorrow. So tomorrow will be continued with the some other stages here. Okay.
I have a few issues regarding the software download.
Uh-huh.
So can you please check into it?
Can you be little bit loud? Your voice is very low.
I'm having I'm having few issues while I'm downloading the software.
Okay.
I'm unable to run it. So can you please check into it?
I mean, you're not able to download it or not able to get install it.
I'm unable to install it.
Okay. What is the issue you are getting?
Uh, just a second.
The remaining guys, in case if we don't have any questions, you can get exit from the meeting. Doesn't make any problem.
After installing the Blue Prism, while entering into the Blue Prism,
Mm-hmm.
so how after that how do I do it? Like connection, test connection, configure.
Yeah, you need to be continue that. You got that installation document, right? So if you
Yes.
take with the installation document, so once you give with the username and password, it will be giving an error only. Now you can show me here.
But
Okay. So now you are getting with the desktop icon. So once you double click on it, you will be getting with the error only. Okay. So
yes.
here you will be clicking on the configure.
Okay.
Okay. Once you click on the configure, it will be asking with the configure details. Provide with the name, take connection type is Windows authentication only, provide database server as it is same, and provide DB name. Then you can click on test connection. Once you click on the test connection, again you will get an error mentioning the database does not exist. Now click on OK, again click on OK. Okay, so now once you click on OK, then you will be getting with this particular window. Now you will be taking with the file. Okay, so you will be taking with the file create new database. You will be taking file create database. Then it will be getting one more window, not required to make any changes. Just you can click on OK. Database will get created successfully. Once database got created, okay, database created, and then you will be taking with the again click on configure. Now you will be clicking on test connection. It will be giving database is valid. Again you will click on OK, then you will be taken with the login here. So I can try with the same step which it is mentioned according to this document, then it will be working it. Okay.
Okay. I've got the steps one, but I haven't get this PDF file. Can you share it with me?
Yeah, I'll make sure that to get uploaded there. It will get uploaded in our drive only. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone.